And we are ready for another race, for the 5th race of Racing League Season 4 with the GT3 car. Welcome to everybody, and also welcome to Tommaso Maffei at the commentary today. We are ready for the 5th race of this incredible championship. Right now, I think the first one to exit the pit lane was Lucas Matician. That is also the fastest driver into the practice. So we're going to see the practice, and as we see the Lucas Matician as a 1:31.692 with Mattia Santangelo behind by 8 tenths, and is 1:32.492. So we are pretty near into the second to the 10th position, but Lucas Matician will probably take the pole position today. Everything is unclear before the finish of the qualifying, but probably it will go to Lucas Matician. It's also a good track for Bentley, because there's a lot of curb to cut, jump, and so we will see if Lucas can take the pole position. But first, and is important, remember to subscribe to the Racing League channel, and to remember to follow us also on SingGrid and also on the site on the RacingLeague.net site. With Lucas Matician that is going with his first lap, going inside to his iDrive camera. We're here at Villeneuve chicane. Little bit of oversteer there, not good control, and good braking at Vetosa. Going up to the Piratella. This left corner, very difficult to stay inside the corner here. Another big oversteer by Lucas. And here the famous corner of Imola, the Acque Minerali. An incredible curve with two difficult right curve. And after that we have a Variante Alta, a chicane. Very difficult because you need to cut a lot into the curb. And the last corner, Rivazza, the first one and the second one. And Lucas Matician is going to finish his first lap. And we can see where set the time 1:32.182. Not the fastest lap so far, but it's very good. We're going to Marco Klein with his McLaren. He's doing pretty good with Patrick van der Linden in second place, 1 second behind, and Del Duisen 2 seconds behind. Dudok not the fastest lap with 3.5 seconds behind, but probably had some problem. The number 21 van der Linden need to leave the space, but as we see, Klein goes into the pit. Overbeek is going to finish the lap with a 1:33. Yeah, 1:36.135. So not the fastest lap so far, but it's the start of qualifying. We're going also to Jasper Olster with the best car ever, the Lamborghini. Also, for me, one of the coolest livery here. And we see where Jasper can arrive into the qualifying session. Remember, after this 20 minutes qualifying, per 60 minutes racing with one mandatory pit stop. So it's important to do the strategy and to decide when is the moment to enter the pit, because there's no mandatory pit in a certain time of the race, but there's a mandatory pit for all the time of the race. No close pit lane. The pit lane is always open. So it's a decision from the driver to decide when enter into the pit or not. With Jasper Olster 3 seconds behind, Peña 2.9 seconds behind, Matischen set also 1:41.857. Great lap by the Dutch driver. And it's difficult to beat right now. The second fastest driver, Mattia Sant'Angelo, is doing pretty good with 2 seconds behind. Adamantini, the fastest after Lucas Matischen. But Mattia Sant'Angelo in the practice did a better lap, so we know that he can do better. We got to Solima. Solima, a very good driver with the Lamborghini. Also, he's an important absent for this race. That is Fulvio Di Polito. That I see it is not present. So very important driver that miss into this race. Also I think Leonardo Grigis miss. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't see Leonardo Grigis either. So very, very important absent into the championship. So we see Arman Petrovic into his lap. A little behind, so we go to Davide Russo. Great, good time. Good time from Davide Russo. With 1:43.87. So, pretty good lap. 2 seconds behind Matischen. Not bad, not bad. With Matischen, but go slow to let pass one driver, a McLaren driver. I think he's he's not Peña, but he's Klein. Yeah, it's Klein. Klein that he's doing his first lap. We see if he can. Ooh, what a block there from the tire. Brake too late, steering too much into the curve, and so it goes wide. And I think the tires are not too happy about this. So we are going to see a lap from Ulster. Ulster 1 second faster than before. We will see if he can beat this time. It's very, very fast. Into the Rivazza. Good curve right there. Also the second one goes well. 1.2 faster. 1.2 seconds faster. So it will be a 1:33 low. 1:33.4. What a time by Ulster. Good time by him. Also there's another important absent, I think. One of the protagonists of the last race. Yeah. That is Boris Garifulin. I don't see Boris Garifulin right here. I think I will not race. With Mark Ruben, but set a time 2 seconds lower than his teammate Lucas Matician. And I think we are going to Manuel Davantini. It is going to start the lap pretty soon. We're going inside this BMW M4. Start this lap. Try to beat the pole man, but it's not that easy. Also, as I said, there's another important absent. That is Richard Japp. Also, it was absent into the second race for internet connection problem. And the last race, we need Adamantini miss a Porsche of Dudok, and so he lost a lot of time. He need to do an all up, and he will restart the lap. But there's Mark Ruben, also Velduisen, very fast into the Variante Alta chicane, a little bit long, but it's fast enough with Van der Linde ahead of him. Good braking by Velduisen. Van der Linde goes very, very wide. Velduisen going to finish the lap with a 1:33 high and a 1:33.78. So good enough for a top 10 position with Tim Van der Linde. As we see, go a little wide there, maybe to let pass the rival. And with Mattia Sant'Angelo doing pretty well right now, finishing the lap with a good improvement. With a 1:33.275. Fifth place for the Italian driver Mattia Sant'Angelo. And the competition is high for the position behind the first. Very, very difficult to set the time, but everything is possible. Patrick Van der Laan with a good time right now. 0.2 faster than his last lap. Pretty good job here at Rivazza. Very good job. He earned a lot. 0.5 faster. He will go with a 1:33 low. Yes, 1:43.372. What an incredible battle from the 6th place to the 9th place in 1 cent, in 1/10 of a second. 0.1. We see Patrick, Van der Laan, Ruben, Uthman, and Holster. What an incredible qualifying session right now. Also, Davantini is doing pretty good into the Piratella. Oh no, it was very Vazza. He's doing a pretty good job. It will go a little bit faster, 1:32.647. So under a second of Lucas Matician. He's improving very, very fast. Manuel Davantini. We'll see if he can beat the incredible driver, the incredible fast Dutch driver, Lucas Matician. It's very, very difficult. But not impossible. With Marco Klein improving a lot after the first sector. Not a very clear Villeneuve chicane. But that Vetosa earn something a little bit. Into the Piratella right now. Here. With a good curve. Ready to the Acque Minerali. Good curve here also. But lost a little bit into the exit. It's similar. This last lap could break here at the Variante Alta, but as always into the exits he goes a little slower. He's very near to his time. Last two corner, very pazza. Last one, he lost a little bit. And so it will not improve. But Lawrence Waterwater is trying to improve. Or take at least the second place. He's doing pretty well right now with his Aston Martin. Good job by Vetosa. With 0.6 faster than his last time. Lost a little bit here at the Piratella. He goes a little wide. Attention here at the Acque Minerali. Good braking, cut a little bit the side of the curve. Lost 0.1. It's important right now to go well into Variante Alta. Very good control, but lost a little bit into the exit. With also Manuel Adamantini behind him that is improving. Last corner, last curve. Ooh, a little bit on the gravel and lost everything. The gravel hit Lawrence Water and so he lost the time. Very, very unlucky there. Two curve for the finish of the lap and can't improve. With a time of 1:32.315 by Manuel Adamantini, under 0.5 to Lucas Matician. We will see if Lucas exits the pit lane right now to at least try to beat his time. And he's doing pretty good. Oh, Marco Klein with a time of 1:32.852. Great lap, and he will go to the pit. Also, Lawrence Water. He tried to improve his time. We will see if he can. .2 faster than his fastest lap. Who lost a little bit of control. A lot of control there. So Lawrence Water goes outside the track limit and the time is cancelled. But there's Patrick van der Linden. He's improving a little bit with his Porsche. Ready to at least beat Uthman for the best Porsche on the track. There's 0.007 different by Uthman and Patrick van der Linden. So very, very near. What a qualifying session right now with Mark Ruber, but he's improving a lot also. We'll see if he can beat somebody. Yeah, he's improving a lot. We're going to Mark Ruben. Because he's improving in 0.4. He will go to 1:32. Last corner at Rivazza. Yeah, he's improving. He's improving. I think he will take at least the 5th place. But he take a top 3 spot. What a lap! What a lap! Also, Patrick Van der Land is improving with his Aston Martin. Van der Linden is not improving, but Uthman is improving. So Uthman will be the fastest Porsche. The 132.982. Notice what the water is improving. Also, Ulster is improving right there. Improving a lot. He goes a little wide. Very unlucky. Very lucky there because it goes a little bit wide and he can't improve. With Lawrence Van der Water, bet is improving by a little bit, but very little bit. By 132.962 to 132.957, so he's improving a little bit. And the last driver to develop is Peña, that is behind his time. It's set fastest time, and so he will stay into the 12th position. Yeah, as we see, he will stay into 12th position. But the pole position is taken by Lucas Mathiesen, with second Manuel Damantini, third Mark Ruben, fourth Mark Klein, and fifth Lawrence Van der Water. So, after Lawrence Van der Water, we have Uthman, Van der Linden, Van der Laan, Van Luysen, Sant'Angelo, Holster, Peña, Russo, Robertsini, Petrovic, Overbeek, Kapovic, Dudok, Van der Wacht, Sollima, Van der Linde, Van der Pers, and Tuta that close the qualifying and the standings. So, we wait a little bit of time, and after that, we are going to start the race, the 6-minute race around Imola, one of the best circuits in the world and one of the best circuits in Italy. So, ready for the race. A little bit of pause and we start the race. And so we are ready to the start of this race. As we see, Lucas Mathiesen has a 50-second penalty because he wins the last race. The two drivers that were in second and third, I think there's not here into the race, so I think there's no There's no penalty for that driver because they were first, they were second and third. Yeah, were Boris Garifulin and Stefano Bonsignore that are not here for the race, and we see that Mattia Santangelo has a drive-through, and this is drive-through for a penalty because the race direction penalized Mattia Santangelo for an incident, and so decide to do a drive-through for the next race. So Mattia Santangelo, we start with a drive-through penalty. He will need to do as fast as he can, but we will see that he can improve his position after the drive-through. Also is interesting. It's not the worst track to have a drive-through because it's not that long as a pit lane, but it's not also the shortest one. So we are here with Formation Lab with Lucas Matician into the first place, and we are ready for the start of this 60 minutes lap, 60 minutes race, because there's not 60 lap. I think we race in 1:32, so I think there's not 60 lap in 1 hour. But we are ready. The virtual hour is 2 p.m. with an incredible sunny weather here at Imola. Pretty good condition. With the 37 degree in temperature, the track temperature is very high, so it's not very easy to adjust the pressure. And we will see if the driver takes the best pressure there, and if they can last the tire or not. Last 2 corner, and there's some moment to going into double line for the start of the race. And so here we are ready. Here we are with Adamantini going into double file. Also the other drivers will go into double line. Ready for the start of this race. And we will see if they can do a pretty good job in the last race. We have some fun with an incredible, fantastic race. We will see also if they can here at Imola to improve a lot and to add a fun race. Ready for the start of the race. Lucas Matician in first position, followed by Adamantini. Third, Mark Ruben. For the last moment before the green flag. And we are ready. And the lights down, away we go, ready for the 5th race of the championship with Lucas Matician that start not so well with Manuel Adamantini onto the outside, trying to overtake, but this goes wide, goes a little bit wide. Attention to re-enter the lap and to re-enter the track. He lost 2 position with Mark Ruben. Immediately take his second place, and attention here with Klein and Adamantini side by side into Villeneuve. What an incredible move by Adamantini there to protect his position, but immediately Lawrence van der Water inside at Vetosa of Utman tried to overtake him. It's side by side to the Piratella. The inside line is not bad here, with Lawrence van der Water break very late to have a better line, but Utman with a great defense, and attention also to Van der Linden into the Acqua Minerali, but everything goes fine. What an incredible start here, what an incredible start. With Overbeeky, great crash here for Overbeeky. We will see what happened. Ooh, he touched the curb and goes wide, also touching Dudok. So maybe also damage for Dudok. With Peña trying to overtake River, but he can't. And Robertsini and Ulster, a great battle there. Oh, Robertsini goes a little bit wide. Dudok lost the control. Dudok lost the control. Re-enter in a good way with Sant'Angelo going into the pit. And Robertsini against Davide Russo. I think he will go for the drive-through penalty with Robertsini trying to change into the inside of the Tamburello chicane. Touch a little bit the curb and a crash with the Honda of Kapovic. An unavoidable crash for Branko Kapovic, the Croatian driver. Very unlucky there. Very unlucky there, the Croatian driver with the Japanese car. With Arman Petrovic, he's trying to overtake River. The Latvian driver on the outside pass. Van der Perse, great job from the Mercedes driver. And there's a lot of battle in all part of the grid, with Laurens van der Water against Patrick van der Linden, the Dutch against the Belgian driver. We'll see if Patrick van der Linden declare war to Laurens van der Water for the 6th position, but right now it's a pretty calm situation. With Laurens van der Water goes very fast into the Tamburello chicane, staying behind Uthman car, and feeling pretty good into the curve. Patrick van der Linden gains a lot to Laurens van der Water. He tried to overtake him, but it's pretty difficult here at the Villeneuve chicane. Not that easy as we see. Stay behind. With Van der Perse at pass Van der Vaart, but Van der Vaart immediately attack here the Villeneuve. Great attack by Colin Van der Vaart to Van der Perse, and Robertsini pass immediately Van der Perse. Van der Perse in extremely difficult right now. He's extremely with an extreme difficult right now, and the British driver pass the Great Britain driver. I don't know if it's British, if it's from Wales. I don't know, but we call him a British driver. Also, Manuel Damantini is behind Mark Ruben, and the best time right now is set by Manuel Damantini with a 1:33.855. There also a fastest lap of Lucas Matician with a 1:32.622, but the time was outside the track limits, and so it's not the fastest time. With Mark Ruben immediately transfer to Manuel Damantini with a time of 1:33.827. A great battle with these two drivers, one with the Bentley, one with the BMW, one is Dutch and the other one is Italian. And also attention here to Elkover, Lewis, and to Peña, the battle to the Colombian driver and the Dutch driver with the BMW and McLaren. Peña goes a little bit wide into the gravel, so he lost the position to Valdusen. We will see if he will lose the position to Patrick van der Len, going into the side, into Vetosa. And we will see if he can overtake him into the Piratella outside, but Peña defend very well. But attention, we are very near with Patrick van der Linden. into the wall. I want to see what happened to Patrick van der Linden. We're going to see what happened to him. As we see, there's a lot of battle behind him right now. Going into the Piratella. Right here. Ooh, he lost the control completely. He lost the rear of the car and it was impossible to control it. Very unlucky here, Patrick van der Linden. With also Koen van der Wacht. With an error, I think, into the Variante Alta. We'll see. Ooh. He don't touch a wall, so no damage for him, but he lost a lot, as we see. Now he's the last driver into the grid. Also behind Mattia Sant'Angelo, with Patrick van der Linden goes into the pit, so I think it's good. And also Davide Russo into the wall. Want to see what happened here. Great braking to Jasper Olster. Lost the rear. Ooh, we see that a lot of driver lost the rear right now. Maybe the pressure and the temperature are not so easy to read. And as we see, we see a lot. We see a lot of driver that are in difficult, and we see a lot of damage. Ooh, overbeaking Van der Pers. What happened here? What happened here? Into the Villeneuve chicane. Ooh, we see that Overbeaky lost a little bit and Van der Pers can't avoid him. As we see. We'll start with the correct position, because I think Van der Pers know that maybe he can avoid him and so decide to let him pass. So pretty good maneuver right there. With a great battle here with Solima, Dudok and Petrovic for the 13th position. 13th place. With, as we see, Van der Linde did the pit, Patrick van der Linden, Tim van der Linde and Patrick van der Linden did the pit. And Branko Kavovic also did the pit. And Mattia Sant'Angelo no, because he did the right through. Also Russo into the pit lane for his strategy. Ooh, Van der Linde, very unlucky. Van der Linde with a drive-through. What an attack here! And Benjamin Dutok was too optimistic right here, because as we see, it was pretty clear that it was very difficult to attack there. But the race direction will decide after the race. But was an unavoidable crash here. With Lawrence van der Water with an incredible battle with Michael Houtman. We see the Porsche goes very fast into the curve, but into the straight. Aston Martin of Lawrence van der Water goes very fast. We're going here into the reverse. Lawrence will wait. And we'll try maybe here into the straight, onto the main straight of Imola. With Lawrence van der Water behind him. He's taking the slipstream with Peña going into the pit for the strategy. Maybe we'll try into the inside, but it's covered by Houtman. And so he wait, but he knows that he can't pass him. He's faster. We will see if he can into not so into 10 minutes or a lot more. It's pretty difficult to pass here at Imola, especially when the Porsche is pretty good into the curve, and Aston Martin is pretty good into the straight and into the cutting of the curve. Ooh, and we see Dudok with Petrovic crash. Want to see what happened there. Dudok and Petrovic into the Villeneuve chicane. Ooh. Dudok lost the control. I don't think he lost the control by Petrovic. I think he lost the control alone. And goes into Petrovic that he can't avoid this crash in any moment. It was impossible, right? With Solima that pass, the blue flag, Kapovic. Also another battle with Patrick van der Laan and Veldhuizen. The Aston Martin is very fast. Confront against the BMW, against the Aston Martin, because BMW is like the Bentley, so very good into the curb. It's very difficult to lose the control of the Bentley, but it's not that fast into the straight. As we see here, he cut a lot Veldhuizen against Patrick van der Laan, but Patrick remained there, and we will see if he can attack him or not into the short term. Now, after 50 minutes of race, we have a lot of battle, but the leadership of the race is pretty clear with Lucas Matischen 10 seconds ahead of Adamantini. What a driver. What a fast driver. And so, we are ready for wait. For the race, for the battle. Patrick van der Laan lost a little bit. Also, Rarens Water lost a little bit. So I think we'll go with Lucas Matischen, and we see one lap inside this car. What a great time by the Dutch driver, 1:32.987. Great time right there. As we see the situation move a little bit with Woodman that is going to catch Mark Lane for the fourth position. Also, Van der Water was a little behind him, but I think he lost a little bit into the last sector. And now we see there's a lot of battle. Also, I think it's Patrick van der Linden exiting the pit. Or is Dudok? I think it's Dudok. It was Dudok exiting the pit. There's blue flag right there for the Mercedes of Davide Russo. that can help here. Utman goes very, very well into the toes with Mark Lane. Difficult driver. A lot of difficulty to this last corner here at Piratella. Van goes well, Lawrence van der Water goes a little bit wide, Mark Klein goes good with Michael Utman, but save the car driver with a not bad good exit, and so the McLaren of Utman gains a little bit against Utman. But here there's blue flag for Davide Russo. He's not let pass Mark Klein. Mark Klein, but is not that happy about that, because there's Utman and Van der Water behind him, and so he's not pretty happy about this. But right now, Davide Russo is letting pass the straight, but I think he will not let pass Utman. Now Utman will be very angry. Ooh, Utman forced Russo to let him pass. Also, Lawrence gain an advantage for this Utman incredible leap of faith, as if we can say that, with Utman, that he decided to brake a lot late to force the blue flag by Davide Russo. But also there's also Mattia Santangelo against Solima, the two Italian drivers, for the 13th position, with Mattia Santangelo that want to recover the much position as he can. We can see if he can pass here at the Villeneuve. He wait, because he knows he can pass him here at Vetosa, maybe at the side. He tried from the outside, going into the inside right now with a good line, but lost a little bit into the exit of a curve. And so Mattia Santangelo is behind. Mattia Santangelo a little behind driver. Stay there with Patrick van der Laan. Oh, it's Velduisen going into the pit. And so Patrick van der Laan pass with Mattia Santangelo near Sollima. 0.3 second behind, as we see. And we can see if Mattia can pass the Italian driver. The two Italian driver battle here at their home track, the Italian track. Not the only Italian track that we will have into the season, because we have Imola this race. But attention, because Mattia Santangelo going to the side, outside. He try everything to pass here Solima, but he can't, with a great defense by Solima. Also, the Lambo is pretty fast into the straight, so he's doing a pretty good job right there, Solima, with a great defense. But Mattia Santangelo stay very behind with a little drift, maybe a little touch by Solima and Santangelo. But in some way everything goes fine with Kapovic, that is doing a spectator, that is watching everything as a spectator. And also behind there's Overbeeky, I think. Yeah, it's Overbeeky. Mattia Santangelo, that stay there. Also 0.1 for a moment behind Sollima, the Lambo driver. What a race that we see right now. What a battle from these two amazing drivers. As I say before the interruption by this incredible battle, we have Imola, a little travel to Nürburgring, to Germany, because we go to the Nürburgring, as I say, and after that we return to Italy, to Misano, for the 7th round of the championship. So we are ready with Mattia Santangelo again try to overtake Sollima into the straight, but it's not so easy. As I say, the Lambo has a pretty good engine into the straight, so it's not that easy to pass there. And Mattia Santangelo, a little bit touch there. A little bit of touch. He will try to overtake here at Villeneuve. Great braking, but Sollima defend. Very, very good. Try to go into the inside, but becomes outside there. And outside, Mattia Santangelo that going to retry the move into the inside. The touch and the crash. I don't know if Mattia Santangelo is waiting. No, he go. Ooh, what a maneuver there! What a risky maneuver there by Sollima. I want to see what happened there, because it was pretty. Whoa! It was very dangerous there. It was a very dangerous maneuver there. Luckily, everything goes fine to Koen van der Wacht and John van der Pers. But what a nightmare for them. Luckily, they're both safe. And nothing happened to them, but it was very, very scary. With Michael Hutman, it is try again to stay behind Mark Klein to overtake him for the 4th place. But Michael Hutman has the Porsche that is not that fast into the straight. Pretty good on the curve, as we see, but not that fast into the straight, and so it's the difficult of this car is to stay very, very close to the driver ahead and maybe pass him into a braking zone, because it's not so easy to pass here. And goes very, very well into the first Rivazza, also the second Rivazza, very good straight, as we see. Ooh, Klein re-enter the pit, so Hutman pass and gains the 4th position, at least provisionally. And now also Klein is doing his pit stop with his strategy. Also Mattia Santangelo into the pit, so I think he is doing his strategy right now. And we'll see that a lot of the grid already did the pit stop. Maybe for some collision, maybe for strategy. We see that at least 1/3 of, also a little bit of 1/3, not the half of the grid, but a little bit more than the 1/3 of the grid did the pit stop. And I see that free driver exit. Yeah. We lost some driver. I want to see who we lost. One moment, but I see what lost. Robertsini, no, is side. Also Verbicki goes into the pit. Okay, we lost Santangelo. So DNF for Santangelo. What I seen? We lost Sollima. Yeah, we lost Sollima because the other Lambo is not there. And we lost... Peña is there. Franco is there. He remains because an incredible driver, and the Honda is one of the best car, I think. Also, I love Nissan also. When my first car is Lamborghini, because I love Lamborghini engine. I love the Lambo DNA, and also because I'm Italian. We can talk about that now. It's German, but it's Italian. And I love Nissan and Honda because they're Japanese, and I love Japanese car. I think I like a lot all the car here in GT3, but I dislike a lot the Bentley. I don't like not the engine, not the car itself as I drive a car, but it's very ugly aesthetically talking. I think it's one of the worst car aesthetically speaking of the GT3, and also of racing not racing season, racing machinery. I don't know if it's the correct word, but we will take like that. I don't know who is the last. Yes, or not. I don't know. I don't know if I say the free driver that is doing DNF, but they're out of the session, out of the race, so they're DNF. Going to Lars van der Water because he's very near. Helmutman, he will try to overtake into the outside of the Tamburello. But it's difficult. It's difficult because Usman defend very good, and also Paddy van der Linden lost the position. No, gained the position because it's Van der Pers that lost the position. Now there's a pretty good battle there with Van der Linden, Van der Wacht, Van der Pers, and Belduisen. Imagine one thing, because I think it's one of the fantastic things that can happen in the race. Imagine to have a battle with Van der Water, Van der Linden, Van der Wacht, Van der Pers, and also Van der Linden at the same time. Ooh, yeah, we lost team. Yeah, we lost Team Van der Linde, and also have Team Van der Linde into the battle. It will be an incredible nightmare for me as a commentator. Because they are different, but we are the same at the start of the surname, because we are Van der, and maybe we are similar also the name, or also the surname, because we have Van der Linden, Patrick, and Van der Linde team. But there's only one letter as a difference. What an overtake there by Belduisen! What a move! Want to receive this move because it was an incredible overtake by the outside of the Tamburello. See here, on the outside. What a move! Great move here by Belduisen. Very great move. And so we are half of race. Right now, half of race, and we can see that half of the drivers they did is their strategy. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 drivers that need to do a mandatory pit stop. So we are a little bit with one low for the I can speak, sorry. for the half of the grid with the pit stop. So I want to see a lap with Manuel Damantini, but we're going to see if he start the lap off, or if he going into the pit stop, into the pit lane, and we'll see. It's important also that Damantini stay under the 15 seconds, because the 15-second penalty can help him to maybe win the race. We will see if he can. With a lap inside the car of Manuel Damantini with the BMW M4. Great lap by Manuel De Mantini with a 1:33 for A7. So he's doing a pretty good job with the tire that are not that good right now. But I see that Cohen van der Wreck lost the control of the car, so I want to see what happened here to Cohen. Ooh, lost the control there. Very strange loss of control there. It's not that normal. Very unlucky there by Cohen. It was impossible to say that. So very unlucky by Cohen. With Peña that is behind him and maybe can pass him for the position. Also Peña, he doesn't do. He also did the pit. He already did the pit, so he can pass him in a pretty fast way. And I think it's time for Cohen also to go into the pit. The temperature better remain same with 27 to the air and 37 degree into the track on the track. Santiago Peña maybe try here at the outside but stay behind to the first Ribazza. Maybe at the second they can try to overtake him. I think he will go into the pit and yeah, go to the pit. Santiago Peña get that pass pretty easily. With now Manuel De Mantini that is 14 seconds behind. So it's pretty clear that Lucas Matician maybe he'll take the position, will remain first after the penalty. We don't know that. Michael Hutman re-enter into the pit, and so doing it strategy after 35 minutes. With an incredible battle with Lawrence van der Water, also with van der Linden, with also with I lost one of there. So with Mark Ruben, and also with I don't know. I lost the driver. Oh, pretty pretty unlucky for me. And now there are only 24 minutes till the end of the race. And as we see right now, there's not so much battle. Maybe Mark Klein is not that distant by Robertsini. We'll see if he can arrive to him in the near future. Short term. It's 2 seconds behind, and Marco is doing a pretty good job. Going to the Piratella, gains 0.5 after this curve. Pretty good gain right there. Minerali also gain a little bit, even if Robertsini gain a little bit of on him, because of Mercedes is pretty good here on Imola. It's more difficult to drive a McLaren right here than a Mercedes. Marco Klein that break late, try to gain the most he can to his rival, but goes a little bit in the gravel and lost a little bit there. Time is 1:36.392 by Robertsini and 1:35.082 by Klein. So Marco gains 1.3 seconds. Also Petrovic right now entered the pit with his Mercedes. Latvian driver goes into the pit. We'll see when we enter. After the pit. With Van der Linden and Belduis in the past. Also Peña. Also, not also, yeah, also Tuta. I think we are re-entering in 13th position. Let's see, because, yeah, now he's out of the pit lane and he's 14th. 14th place for Petrovic. With Klein that he gains 1 second into this lap at least. And maybe now it's time for Robertsini to go into the pit. It's 1 second behind exactly, and so Robertsini, as we see, enter the pit. As we see, Manuel Davantini and Matician 50 seconds precisely of distance. But now Lucas Matician is 15.2 ahead into the live gap that I have. But we will see after the second sector. We will see if after the first sector, so the arrival, we will see if the distance is the gap is 15 seconds, but as we see for a moment, it's 13.7. So Adamantini gains a little bit to Matician. And the Robertsini is in the pit lane. We will see when he re-enter. He re-enter right now with Tuta that pass him for a question of 1.5 for a 1.5 second. There's not so much battle as we see here. But now is a more strategic battle to Matician and Adamantini. Because Adamantini knows that he needs to stay closer than ever to Lucas. And maybe he will re-enter to the same lap of Lucas. I don't know. But we will see. Olivet's it's first driver, but need to do the mandatory pit. It has Matician, Adamantini, Ruben, Van der Water, Van der Laan, and Ulster. Nobody takes a drive through except for Tim van der Linde, I think, with the two after his pit, and Mattia Sant'Angelo with the penalty after the last race. Marco Klein is going to, I think, pass not Velduisen, but I think Cohen van der Wacht, yeah. So Marco Klein behind him. Not a battle for position, but he will pass him as soon as possible. There's blue flag. And as we see, Cohen van der Wacht let him pass in the best way possible. So the nearest battle is to overpick him under pairs. They are 3.5 seconds right now. Vicky goes a little bit wide and lost a bit there. So now he's 3.7 seconds behind. So Robertsini is not that. Is not that so much behind Tuta. But we remain here with I think Vanderland, but not Vanderland. Is Utman. Never Utman. Is Van der Linden. Sorry, I forget that Van der Linden has this livery. But I think it's now time to go to maybe Lawrence van der Water. Yeah. Maybe Lawrence van der Water for his lap, because we see one Bentley by Lucas Matician, Adamantini with the BMW. So we see the fastest Aston Martin right now, that is drive given by Lawrence van der Water. But we know to see if he will do another lap or not. So wait a little bit and we see him going into the Acqua Minerali. A pretty good line there by Lawrence van der Water. Good job. Matician lost a little bit. Confront to against Manuel Davantini. Now he's 14.4 seconds. So he's there 14.0 by the graphic. So they are not that near, but penalty is important. Very important to Manuel Davantini. Stay there. Lawrence van der Water that is doing another lap. So one lap inside the car of Lawrence van der Water. Great lap by Lawrence van der Water in third position right now with his Aston Martin. So we are here with 12 minutes and 13 seconds till the end of the race. With a race that now is stalled. But we will probably see a great battle to the first two place position. Because Davantini, if they bear into the gap, can battle against Lucas Matician for the leadership of the race. Adamatini stay there. The 15-second gap. See how much right now. 14.7. So it's there. It's always there. That is very, very important to Manuel Adamatini. Or maybe win this race. Now Manuel Adamatini pass Van der Linden for the not for the position, but Van der Linden let pass Adamatini for the blue flag. Ooh, the track temperature plus 1 degree now is 36 degrees Celsius on the track. But the situation is pretty similar as 10 minutes ago, with the position blocked, freezed, because the first seats need to do the pit, but no one wants to do that right now. The other position are too distant to enjoy, not to enjoy, to join a battle or to start a battle. So we are waiting for the last minutes and for the decision of the first drivers, because they're very, very important right now. Maybe we'll go with a driver that normally don't go too much, Branko Kapovic. We go with a lap inside him and we'll see what he can do with this Honda. Great lap by Branko Kapovic with his Honda, but now the important thing is that Adamatini and Ruben are into the pit. Lawrence van der Water goes and so he will go very, very late into the pit lane. Also, we see that Ulster exited the pit lane. He was into 6th position. Now is 8th. And Adamatini exit the pit right now. 22nd behind Van der Water, but Van der Water and Matisse need to do the pit. We'll see if Adamatini can try to stay there and maybe pass Matisse or battle with him for the first place. Ruben exit 4th, he was 3rd, exit 4th. And Van der Laan was 4th or 5th. I think 5th, and stay. Oh no, he's not stay 5th. He's exiting 6th. Maybe Klein can pass him. Maybe Klein can pass him. We'll see. It's near. It's near. He's near. But there's a battle with Robertsini and Tuta for the 12th place. Robertsini pressing the Audi driver for the 12th place. Stay there. Remember that Mark Rubens stole the race number of Robertsini. The number was the 33, so he decided to go with the 133. So shame on you, Mark. I'm only joking. But Robertsini is not that happy about that. But we are ready. For this incredible battle with Robertsini and Tuta. Robertsini that is not have the car in the best condition, but is there. He tried to overtake here at the Villeneuve chicane, but it's impossible. It was impossible. And now he stay there. Stay there because he wants to overtake He want to overtake David Tuta. I think it's David. Yeah, David Tuta, the Colombian driver. Also, David Russo is arriving to the other Mercedes driver, Pedrovic. We'll see if he can. And Matician into the pit lane. Now this is important. Matician into the pit lane. It's very important because Adamantini. We will see if Adamantini did a pretty good job into the outside lap of the pit, and if he did a pretty good job there with Van der Water. We don't know if Van der Water going against for another lap or if he's going for the pit. I think he's going for another lap. Van der Water is not stopping. Van der Water, maybe he will do the pit into the next lap or the next again, but he needs to do the pit pretty soon. Now Matician is outside. Adamantini gains 10 seconds, but it's not enough for stay ahead of Matician. And now I don't know, but maybe Matician, maybe Van der Water will close the race into first place without the mandatory pit stop. I don't know. Maybe he will take the penalty. We will see. If he take a penalty, I don't know. Maybe if the penalty is 30 seconds, he will take first place. So maybe it's the strategy of Lawrence. I don't know that. We'll see. But I'm pretty sure that it's doing that. The penalty after the race will be more great. Not for him, but in general. With Lawrence Van der Water, stay there in first position. We see if I go into the pit lane. Yeah, it's time. It's time for Lawrence Van der Water with Davide Russo. Battle here with Petrovic. Goes a little bit wide. And now Petrovic, we are again the position. And now Russo stay ahead. Russo, I think, need to... Yeah. I think he say to him, go left. And let him pass. Yeah. Very good job here. And very good sportsmanship here by Davide Russo. Wait a little bit, but as we see, he has the left light that race was on, and so we see that let him pass into very Verivazza. Ruben pass, Underwater is hesitating right now, and is also behind Uthman. A little bit, but he's behind Uthman. 5th place for Lawrence Van der Water. Also, there's a battle between Patrick van der Linden and Ulster, just for Ulster, for the 8th place. Also, Davide Russo with Petrovic, as we see, and Kapovic with Van der Pers. Branko Kapovic with the Honda against the McLaren of Van der Pers. $15 remains for the end of the race, and Matischen is going to start another lap, so 2 laps till the finish of the race. Branko Kapovic is there. We will see if he can overtake. Yeah, leader is on final lap as the race engineers say. Branko Kapovic goes a little bit wide there, but it's a pretty different line. He lost not so much. He's there. He's there. He's staying there. And he's pretty close right now. He's pressing Van der Pers with Dudok. They lost control. What happened to him? What happened to Dudok? Ooh. Not bad. Good loss of control with Davide Russo. Side by side with Petrovic. Great overtake here at the Villeneuve chicane. And Patrick van der Linden is there against Ulster, but the Lamborghini of Ulster is so fast into the straight. And van der Linden can't gain even if he's in slipstream. He's in slipstream. So stays behind. What a great battle here for the 8th place. With Matischen that is going into the last curve behind an incredible battle. No, please. Please, Matischen, stay behind. There's an incredible battle between Kapovic and Van der Pers. Thanks. Stays behind and let Kapovic and Van der Pers battle with Overbeeky finish in 4th, in 12th position. And so Kapovic and Van der Pers, great battle at the end. No, Branko lost the control of the car. Very unlucky there, very unlucky there. But Branko will finish in 19th position in any case. But very unlucky, it was there. With Adamantini 2nd and Ruben 3rd. So the first 3 places are Matischen, Adamantini and Ruben. Goodman finished 4th, 5th Van der Water, great race. Vanderland 6th, Klein 7th. Ulster, we'll see if Ulster can remain 8th. I think the answer is yes. As we see, is yes, Ulster 8th. With losing 9th. We will lose in 10th, sorry, because one driver exit the server, so the standings now is pretty, I don't want to say a bad word, but it's pretty ruined. It's not bad as a word. We'll do is an 10, Peña 9th, Peña 11th, Tuta 12th, Robertsini is 13th, Russo 14th, Petrovic 15th, Dudok 16th, Van der Wacht Van der Vaart pass Van der Pers? No, Van der Vaart is... yeah, Van der Vaart is ahead of Van der Pers. Van der Vaart 17, Van der Pers 18, 18th, Kapovic 19th, and over Vicky 12th, 20th. As we see here, the standings from first to 12 to the 20th position, where Matisse, Adamantini, Ruben, Utman, Van der Water, Van der Laan, Payne, Olster, Van der Linden, Velduisen, Peña, Tuta, Robertsini, Russo, Petrovic, Tudok, Van der Vaart, Van der Pers, Kapovic and Overbiki closing the standings with Sollima, Sant'Angelo and Van der Linde with DNF. So, we are closing here the live. Thank you to everybody that watch this fantastic race of GT3 Season 4 of Racing League. Remember to subscribe to the channel and also follow everything into the RacingLeague.net website. And thank to everybody and goodbye by Thomas Maffei. We will see each other into the next race in Nürburgring. Goodbye.